Hi everyone, it's Leanne here. I'm just here to show you how to do these really pretty sparkly nails using LCN products. Now I've already gone ahead and prepped my nails on this hand and I've put some forms on. So I'm just going to put the last form on now. Now as you can see, I've already put the sticky tab on the back of my nail form. Just going to give that a bit of a wiggle. And I'm just going to pop that on. Now it can be quite tricky doing the nail form, so I will do a separate video on this for you a bit later on. You just want to make sure that it's all lined up nice and ready. Now I'm doing quite a short nail, so I'm not too worried about the shape of the form itself. I just want to make sure that there's no gaps, as you can see here. Okay, so as I said, I've already prepped my nails. The products I'm going to be using today is the Fibertech gel from LCN, which is this one here. Excuse the autofocus. I'm also going to be using the Colour Glitter Gel, like you might have seen in my previous video, and that's called A Unicorn in Paris. And I'm also going to be using some Chameleon Flakes as well. Now the first thing you want to do is just put a very thin base layer of the Fibertech gel on your nails. And when I say thin, I do mean thin, and it needs to be quite a scrubby layer as well, just to help with adhesion. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on all my nails now. And the brush I'm using is the Cat 2 Ink London brush. Now I'm doing this whilst my nails are facing away from me, just so you can get a good look at what's going on. So I do apologise, this probably isn't going to be the neatest. So again, now do the same on that centre nail. Make sure you go all the way to the end of the free edge as well. And again, wiggle that base layer in to the nail. And as you can see, I've got a really small amount on my brush. Now with the Fibertech gel, you need to cure it for 60 seconds in an LED lamp or 2 minutes in a UV lamp. I'm going to do that now. And the lamp I'm using is the Cuccio Pro Max 2 LED lamp. I'll leave all the link in the description bar for you, just in case you want to go and check out the products for yourself. Also, let me know in the comments if there's any particular nail look that you want me to do, like any nail art, anything like that, or any particular colours or any brands you really think I should be checking out. So I'll go take a look. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to sculpt the free edge. Now you can do this as long or as short as you want to. With the Fibertech gel, it is quite a fluid viscosity, so it does move a little bit more than one that I have tried previously, which was the Cosmic. With the Cosmic, it is a lot thicker, and I actually find it more difficult to work with. I prefer the Fibertech. So you want to take your bead. This is quite a small brush, so I have got quite a large bead on here. You want to place it just onto the form. Oh, my form has popped open. There you go. So just place it right on the very edge. And just roll that. So I'm just going to show you. So there you go. And you just want to move that around, making sure that it attaches to your natural free edge, just so you can sculpt an edge onto your nail. And the good thing about doing quite a large bead is that you don't have to go back into the pot, which means that your application can be a lot quicker. Make sure that you get right up towards your sides, because you don't want any gaps, because when you take the form off, that's when it's likely to break. And I'm doing quite a short nail, as I said, so that'll be plenty for me. So I'm just going to do the same now on the other nail as well. Well, I find if you sort of wiggle and move it around rather than dig your brush in, you'll find it goes on a lot smoother and a lot easier. Sculpting is quite difficult, so if you don't get it straight away, don't worry, it just takes a bit of time to practice and you will get better. So you'll see that even though it is quite a thin viscosity gel, it doesn't seem to run, which means that I do have time to work on more than one nail at a time. And don't worry about this being too thick at the moment or too thin. You can always correct that either with a bit of filing later, or you can build it up a little bit more. Make sure you actually check as well that you are getting all the sides. So I'm just going to do the next nail. And you'll probably find this is a lot easier to do on a client than it is to do on your own nails. Because I'm actually facing away from myself, it's a lot harder for me to see what I'm doing. So I do apologise if you think it's taking me too long. But trust me, it's harder than it looks. So again, I'm just going to check all of those. And I'm just going to make sure that if I've got any that has run a little bit, that I clean that up before it goes in, because you don't want any of this touching your skin. So either take a brush, or with me, I'm just going to use the edge of my nail just to clean that up a bit. Okay, and you just want to pop those in the lamp. I always feel like 60 seconds is such a long time when you're doing a video. It's just that dead air space. So let me know in the comments if there's anything, as I said, that you want me to do or anything you want to see. Just let me know. I actually feel like I'm talking to myself. It's really strange. So this is again what the finished look is going to be like, and this is what I'm showing you how to create. Now those of you that do acrylic nails, you'll know what one of these is, and quite a lot of you that do gel nails might also know what this is. If you're just starting out though, I do recommend you get yourself one of these. Now this is a pinching tool. So now my nails have come out of the lamp, what I'm going to do is just pinch them one by one. And what this will do is this will help to create that C curve that you want, which helps your nails to become strong. So just one by one, I'm just going to pinch. And you will notice that they're lifting away from the form, but that's okay. So again, just going to pinch those. Now because it's gel, they do pinch very quickly, so you don't need to leave them on for too long. And there we go. So as you can see now, they've started to lift away as we pinch them. So now all we're going to do is just remove the forms. As carefully as we can. And these forms are really strong as well, so they're incredibly sticky. Okay. So this is what they're going to look like. Mine look a bit of a state because, as I said, I find it really tricky putting forms on myself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to build up the edge a little bit more, just with some more gel. And then we're going to move on to doing the nail art. So I just want to make sure that they're a little bit more even, just so it reaches the smile line properly. I am going to be adding some Chameleon Flakes into my design, as I showed you earlier, and they are so cool. I love them. I used them for the first time earlier and I was really impressed with how sparkly and shiny they are, and they can be used in a few different ways as well, which is what makes them great. Again, I'll leave the link in the description bar for you. Now I just want to do this quite quickly because obviously I don't want this video to end up being like an hour long. You may get bored if you're not bored already. Okay, so I'm just going to pop those back in the lamp. I don't know about you guys, but I've had like a really nagging cough lately. I think it's hay fever. It's really bad. Like every time I talk for ages, I just want to cough or clear my throat. It's awful, so I'm so sorry. Okay, so the first nail that I'm going to show you how to do is going to be this one here. And this is the one that has just the chameleon flakes in. And I'm not swearing at you guys. There you go, you can see. So that one there. Okay, so now that's come out of the lamp, let's get started. So these are the chameleon flakes, and you do have to be quite careful with these. I am really accident prone, so I hope that I don't spill them everywhere. They create such a fine dust when you move them around. So there you go. So here you are, you can see those there. They are so cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a fluffy brush. It's just a normal regular fluffy brush. And I'm going to get some chameleon flakes on my nail, on my brush here. I'm going to put them on my nail. And you will literally just see them flying off everywhere, because they really do create a lot of dust. You don't have to be too careful. This is why I love them. They're so pretty. And they just go on really, really nice. Make sure that you get some on the edge as well. I just want to make sure that I cover as much as I can. And I just like to press those in, like so. And there we go. Oh, I've even got them on my lamp. Right, okay, so that's that one done. And I will cap this as well with a gel in a moment. Now the next thing I'm going to do is this nail here in the middle. So that one has the chameleon flakes and the unicorn in Paris as well. So we're going to do that one next. So here we go. So just going to take some chameleon flake again. Now this time I'm going to use it a little bit more sparingly. So I'm just going to randomly dot this and try and pick up some smaller pieces as opposed to the big chunky pieces that are also in this pot. Okay, so next now I'm going to put some unicorn in Paris over the top of that. So here we go, just going to take a bead of that. And again, just move this around the nail and just press that on top. If you can actually see me doing that, I'm not too sure. Try and do it with my nail in the air. I do find that if you give that pot a mix before you use it, you will get more glitter from it as well. Because this glitter gel is quite thick, you do need to use it sort of more in a patting motion, just to disperse that around the nail. I find it goes on easier that way rather than if you just swipe it across the nail, because then you seem to lose most of the glitter. at the free edge. There we go, just make sure that's quite nice and even. Okay, now so the next bit I'm going to show you, once I put the lid on my Chameleon Flakes, is this nail here. So this just has some of the unicorn in Paris on the end. Oh my gosh, I really do hope that my throat clears up soon. Okay, so here we go. So again, if you use this in the same way as you would the Fibre Tech gel, you'll find it much easier to work with. So roll it on and then sort of pat it and wiggle it around as opposed to swipe. You'll find it so much more even that way. Now all I'm using this for is just to do that tip. So just up to the smile line, slightly above. Again, just try and get that glitter on the nail as best you can. If you need to go back in the pot, you can. Or what you could do is you could cure the first layer and then reapply with the second layer. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just pop those into the lamp. Now, the one thing I haven't done yet is I haven't capped the Chameleon nail. That's just because I want to double check the others first. See if they need any more layers of the unicorn in Paris. And I'm just going to wipe my brush off. Let's have a little look. So as you can see at the moment they do look quite chunky, but not to worry. When we file them they'll be much better. No, I think that's fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cap those off with the Fibre Tech gel. And once I've done this, then it's going to be time to shape them. I absolutely love how the Chameleon Flakes look underneath the hard gel. It is amazing. You can really see all the different colours. Can't wait to get more colours in the Chameleon Flakes. They're so worth getting. Plus they're great for all year round nail art as well. You can use them over the top of a polish, as well as in the same way as I'm doing. Just reminds me of like an oil slick. It's so good. Okay, so just make sure you go all the way to the end with the gel, and don't forget to cap the free edge. And if you have gone quite long with your nails, make sure you cap the side wall as well. Okay, that's that one. So the same now on the other nails. This middle nail is like so sparkly. So as you can see, I'm like just tickling the gel with the lightest touch possible, just to help it move down the nail. Now if you do use a bigger brush, you will be able to get a bigger bead, which means you'll be less likely to need to add to it like I've just had to do. I do have the ink blend and Lord brush as well, but that's in my mobile kit at the moment, so it's not actually to hand. So I'm making do with this, which is fine because I really like this brush because it allows me to get really tight to the edges of the nail, to the sides and to the cuticle. I really like the shape that it gives me. Okay, so the last one. Sorry for the silence, I'm just concentrating. Okay, so just pop them back in the lamp. Just going to put the lids on everything for a second. Doing that's one-handed is always fun. And again, I'm just going to wipe off my brush. So, just in case you're all wondering, I've been doing nails now for probably about 5, maybe 6 years. I qualified in manicure and pedicure a couple of years, well, about 7 years ago. And I qualified as a gel nail technician almost 2 years ago. What I'm going to do now is just wipe off that tacky layer. It is better to use lint-free wipes, but unfortunately, again, they are not with me. They are in my other bag. So we are making do. There we go. So as you can see, apart from the actual nail art itself, these look hideous. So what we're going to do? Well, I'm going to file them. Now, this is where everything starts to come together and it actually starts to look like a nail. Now, you'll notice that I haven't put a top coat on yet. That's because I need to file them into shape first. And then I also need to buff them and smooth them out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my file and I'm just going to file the side walls. Now, I know for some people, the sound of the nail file absolutely goes through them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape all these off camera and then I'm going to be straight back. Okay, so I'm back and I have finished filing my nails and then I also buffed over with a white block. Now what I'm going to do is just wipe over these very quickly. And it just reveals the magic. Well, you know it's not magic, but my clients always love this bit. So there we go. As you can see now, they still look quite dull, even though we know there's loads of sparkle underneath. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to pop on some sealant from LCN. And this is just the top coat that I'm going to use today. And this is where the designs really start to come to life. I absolutely love putting on a top coat after you've buffed the nail, because it really does like reveal all of that sparkle and it's just amazing. I do a lot of encapsulating for my clients, so the big reveal by doing this is always something that I look forward to and they look forward to as well. It's just my absolute favourite. Now I'm also going to be doing some nail art as well on these nails. But I'm going to do that in the next video. I think I've bored you enough. Wow. Chameleon Flakes just coming back to life. So again, don't forget to cap the free edge of these as well. And then pop those into the lamp. Now this does have a tacky layer on, so you will need to wipe these over after they come out of the lamp. But once you've done that, it's literally just popping on some cuticle oil and then you're ready to go. Can't wait until these are actually finished. I'm on two minds. I don't know whether to do them like a dragon design or to do a mermaid design. Either way, they will include Swarovski crystals. But yeah, leave a little thing in the comments and let me know if you'd prefer mermaids or dragons. And whichever's got the most votes wins. Okay, so let's wipe these over. And we'll give the other ones a wipe as well, just so I can pop on some cuticle oil. There we go. I'm slowly running out of the daddy oil, so I need to get some more. Right, okay, let's give this a rub in. I'll pop some cuticle on my other hand as well, and then we'll have a look at the nails all together. Here we go. So here we go, guys. As you can see, it's my finished results. This is part 1. Part 2 will be coming tomorrow once I've done my nail art. Thanks for watching. Bye.